Welcome back to Capitol Review. Maryland is facing a nearly $3 billion budget shortfall. That means Governor Wes Moore is going to have to make massive budget cuts. In his proposed budget, he's suggesting cutting the state's tax system for 2/3 of taxpayers. And he also plans to invest $750 million in economic growth for the state. Governor now is tasked to help state lawmakers find those cuts. Joining us now is Dr. Todd Eberly. He's a political science professor at St. Mary's College of Maryland. Professor, welcome to Capitol Review.
Good to be here.
We're glad to have you. In Maryland, no surprise to anyone, we have a $3 billion budget deficit. How did that happen?
I mean, according to the Department of Legislative Services, it's a combination of things. It's an economic slowdown that's brought in less revenue, but it's also, at least in the long term, connected to commitments made through the blueprint to education that we didn't necessarily identify ways to pay for in the out years. So you got a few things happening at once driving this.
It's interesting. Yeah, I hear people, everyday people on the Maryland side, Professor, they say things like that the state either provides too many free services or they don't charge enough. Is that kind of what you were touching on?
Sure. I mean, this is the classic problem in all of politics. People want services, they want generous services, and they also want low taxes. At the federal level, we take care of that by just incurring ongoing debt. States have to have balanced budgets, so it's a lot harder to sort of meet that demand from the public. And at present, Maryland is facing the possibility of nearly $6 billion in deficit by 2030, and they've got to figure out a way to close that gap.
Well, Governor Moore says that we cannot simply tax or cut our way to prosperity. We must drive continued economic growth and prosperity for the state of Maryland. What does that mean to you?
Well, I mean, I think it recognizes, as a politician who would love to have a second term, that folks don't necessarily want a lot of popular services cut, and they're going to be really hesitant to raising taxes. So he's got to find out a way to balance it. One of the ways that they've talked about, for instance, is raising the tax on things like cannabis. I know folks in the Assembly are talking about additional revenue from gambling. These are all sort of stealth tax increases that might be a little bit more politically palatable. But he is also proposing, roughly $2 billion in spending cuts in his effort to balance the budget. So he's trying to find, I guess, what to him would be a balanced way to move forward.
Is this something that the governor has to work directly with lawmakers to, find a way to get this done?
It really is. Folks look at Maryland's Constitution and think, wow, this is a state where the executive sets the budget. What a lot of folks overlook, though, is that the General Assembly has the power to set in place mandatory spending, which really limits the amount of discretion that a governor has over the budget. So if he wants to find a way to balance the books, he's going to have to work with the legislature. They're going to have to be partners in this endeavor.
Could this politically hurt him for a second term?
It could, of course, but I think the greatest thing sort of working in Governor Moore's advantage is we have unified Republican control at the federal level, which means that the upcoming midterm elections, which is when he'll stand for re-election, will likely be a good election year for Democrats. Historically, the party out of power does well in midterms, so that will probably provide him some cover. Add to that at the moment, it doesn't seem like Republicans have a viable candidate to run against him when he seeks re-election. Both of those things provide him some shielding to take make the efforts he's got to make to balance this.
And last question, Professor, what else can be done over time to get Maryland either back on track or to make sure that this doesn't happen again?
Sure. I mean, he's looking at ways to try to make the state more competitive, for instance, reducing business taxes. But I think long term, the real solution is probably less mandatory spending in the budget, where our spending is growing at a pace that outpaces revenue growth. That's just not sustainable. You can't have your annual spending growth outpace revenue growth for the long term, or you're going to face this over and over again.
The numbers always tell the story, huh, Professor?
They do. They do.
All right, Professor Todd Eberly, thank you so very much for joining us.
My pleasure.